Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park for episode number 3. So, quite a bit has changed on this save. Um, One of the things being is I have now been able to implement a UK growth calendar, which is going to be really, really good when it comes to planting the crops and everything. This will be a lot more realistic than the base game calendar. I mean, certainly with planting things like wheat, barley, and canola, we'll be able to plant in March and April now, not just sort of at the end of harvest around September, October time. And it means as well that the harvest periods for each crop as well are a bit longer. So this is it took me a bit to get going and put in and everything, but this should be really really good. I'm really pleased that we've got this. And I think with most UK maps going forward, I'm going to try and do it like this. So, but that is one of the first changes. Is I've implemented this. One of the other big changes I've done on this save is I have now that it's come out, I've added Maize Plus. So that is obviously it's going to add a whole array of different things to the playstyle that I'm used to. This is the first time I've ever used Maize Plus. It's obviously Maize Plus has come out in it came out in 19. Not sure it was in 17. I think it's just been in 19. But yeah, I never ever used it in 19 at all. Was always a bit skeptical about using it. It seemed quite complicated, but I've taken the time a bit off screen to sort of get to learn the basics of it and whatnot, and how make sure that we could have it on this save. But I mean, it in terms of the cattle, it means that what I planned originally for the cattle, where we were going to buy quite older beef cattle and fatten them up, with what the cattle now need to eat, we're probably going to buy young cattle, sort of 12 months old rather than 18 months old, and rear them up and then sell them, not fatten them all the way through until we've got the right feed that we need for the beef cattle. The reason for I say for that is um, just diving into it quickly is the recipe for young stock. We've got the feed for that ready, but the recipe for just the normal beef cattle, we haven't got them or the feed. One of the key things being we need maize silage, which obviously we need more arable fields, to be honest, to grow enough maize for it to be worthwhile to do beef cattle. So that's my plan of action. I did collect the second field of grass silage off screen because obviously I didn't want maize plus to mess that up or anything. So that's now in here. This says whole crop silage. I'm hoping this is when it's fermented, it's going to turn to grass silage. At the moment, I'm having a feeling it's not going to. So it might end up which we just sell this at a sell point. If I have a quick look um, for whole crop silage. We can sell this at the BGA and whatnot, so that's not a problem. Um, I hope this is going to turn into grass silage, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. At the end of the day, we can still sell it. It's probably worthwhile leaving it until January, February time when we sell it. But yeah, that's what it's looking like at the moment. So, because obviously we need grass silage, but with what I obviously putting maize plus in halfway through, it it's quite a lot to take in maize plus. It's taken me a good couple of days to sort of get used to how it works and everything. Obviously the chickens as well, they now take different feed. So if we take a quick look at them now, um, obviously they could take all these different food groups now. Now I'm going to see. Thing is with chickens is they don't what's it called? They don't, eggs aren't really for how much food I'd have to put into the chickens. The eggs aren't really going to pay enough. So as long as we can just keep feeding them wheat or barley, and they say it's sort of what they are now, 89, 90% productivity, then we'll keep the chickens. But if they need every single bit of this to what's it called, to be relatively high productivity, then there's not really going to be much point in keeping them, and we'll probably look at selling them. So I know the pen is worth 3k, and then obviously whatever the chickens are worth, and obviously whatever eggs we've got here. So we'll have to monitor them. We'll see how they get on and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I definitely think it's worthwhile putting Maize Plus in with all the extra feed the cattle will now need. We can sort of see it roughly here. Um, I think I dive in with a few different things. Things like molasses is now a thing. Obviously, got all these different feeds, concentrate feeds. Like I say, molasses. Um, it's going to add quite a lot to the game. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with it. I backed up the saves for another day if it anything goes wrong. I've still got a backup save game, so it's not the end of the world. But yes, so today's task is one of the really cool bits of equipment that comes with Maize Plus is this grass subsoiler. So this basically will subsoil the grass but won't damage the grass at the same time, which is really handy. And if I take a quick look at our map on our grass fields, you can see we've just got the outsides that could do with ploughing. But this means that if we use this subsoiler, we won't have to plough the ground up, reseed it and whatnot. We can just literally run this subsoiler over the ground that needs ploughing, and that'll be it done. And then after, we can go and spread fertilizer on the fields, ready for when we make hay. So if I hop in, lift her up. Now I believe if you were playing the normal base game, this would add a layer of fertilization, but obviously we're playing with precision farming on, so it won't do that as it stands at the moment. But nevertheless, it's still going to be worthwhile doing. The fact that it will take away that needs ploughing stage, which is really good. I think this cost about 7,000 to buy, so I think it's a nifty bit of kit, to be honest. I think this is going to be really good, really worthwhile having. I mean, if I run it over this middle bit of strip here, so obviously you can see just here that this middle strip here needs ploughing, just here. If I run it all the way along here, it's obviously a slow working speed, but it turns the ground a bit darker as well. That's obviously meant to be given the fertilization stage, but it's not. But yeah, it's not the quickest working speed, but it's still, I think, worthwhile doing. If I run it all the way along this, like so. Take a look at our map. You see now that is all been ploughed and it hasn't got rid of the grass. The grass is still growing nicely, which is really good. I think yeah, this is going to be a really handy bit of kit. But yeah, this is the task for today. I want to get this done because this will improve the overall yield when we come to cut the grass again for hay. So this is definitely worthwhile doing. It's not really costing us anything at the end of the day either. But I thought while we've got the ground cut and everything, and we can see that dark layer where we've been, it was it was worthwhile doing at this stage. You can do it when the grass is fully grown. That's also a thing as well. But obviously, it's not as easy to see where you've been, as opposed to now. It's quite obvious where you've been with it. So I'm just finishing up this section of the field. Not taking too long, but it's obviously, as you can see, it is now the needs ploughing is all gone, which is really good. Obviously, as you can see, we haven't damaged the field at all. It's still growing. It's in a harvest. It's like just not long before I've cut it, but you know, it hasn't damaged the crop or anything like that. So really good. So what I'm going to do is, because obviously this field doesn't need the whole of it, all of it doing. It just needs going around the outside a few times. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going around the outside until we've got every bit, and we need to do this field as well the same way. So we'll do this with both fields, and then we'll look at probably fertilizing them, because if we look at the nitrogen levels, they are very they're very poor. There's nothing, you know, pretty much nothing there. So the arable field, I'm not going to worry too much until we've planted a crop, because then we can fertilize it according to what crop we plant. I'm hoping probably to plant um, oats on this field. That's probably what I'm going to plant. But yeah, I'm going to wait until we've planted them, then fertilize, because we can add the right amount of fertilizer to the oats. But yeah, obviously these are growing and whatnot, so we can fertilize these no problem. But yes, what I'm going to do is going to crack on with this. It's obviously it's it's a bit of a slow job, so it's probably just as well we haven't got the whole field to do. But it'll just tidy up these edges, and it'll just, you know, make the overall yield. It just improve the overall yield of the whole field. Because obviously with Maize Plus now, the cattle will be eating a lot more food. So obviously, you know, it's always going to be one of those things now where we do need as much food as possible. Even if we've only got 60 or 80 cows, we still need as much food as possible to last us through the whole year. So yeah, we want to be getting the best yields possible off all of our fields. So these sort of little jobs, you know, they're going to make a big impact when it comes to how much product we get off the field. So as you can see, it's ploughing the outside of that field just nicely. So, but yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. There we go. That's one field down, one to go. And there we have it. I have done both fields. They are all done. I'll show you on the map now. See, no more needs ploughing. Oh, there's the little bits that I've missed here and there, but overall, they are now perfect. They are. So that alone should improve the yield massively when it comes to mowing the fields for hay. But yeah, what I'm going to do is we'll take this back. We'll give it probably a quick wash, because that'll be it'll be a while now until we need this again, unless we get another grass field. But yeah, we'll take this back, we'll give it a wash, and then we'll hook up the fert spreader, and we'll go and spread some fertilizer. There we go. Give it a quick wash. Like so. It's ready for another year when we have to use it. Yeah, really simple but handy bit of kit. I don't know how realistic it is. It's probably not the most realistic of tools. But it's there in Maize Plus. It's there for us to use, so we might as well use it. Now, the question is, where are we going to put this? Might put it in this shed somewhere. Might just pop it in here, like so. Keep the weight on the front, because obviously we're putting the vert spreader on. I'll have to get the bag fork on the JCB in a minute. It could probably at some point as well. This tractor it could do with a could do with the service. Touch this up. It should be all, I think, hooked up. Before you pull it out for the JCB, lower it down. Right, and we'll go and grab the JCB. Right, so we'll get this hooked up, like so. Then I think this spreader might take something like 2 or 3 bags at a time. I have a feeling. But yeah, I think we'll need some more fertilizer at the end of this season. One of the things as well now with Maize Plus feeding the cattle is we're probably going to need either sugar beet or potato, and then cut that up and put that into the feed mix as well. So that'll be more when we get beef cattle. I don't think the young stock need that, so we'll need to buy molasses though at some point, because both mixtures will take that. So obviously we need a bit of moisture content in both feed rations. So, but yeah, we'll get this filled up. So fertilizer is all filled up, ready to go. Now I want automatic nitrogen enabled, which is, I think it's on automatic. Looks like it is anyway. Just gonna change the spreader width though, which is, I can try and find it. There we go, work width. Oh, wrong button. 36 should be right. Well, perhaps we'll go 24 meters. That'll be that should be alright. I'm gonna have the crop sensor turned on as well, so that's all good. Now then, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the automatic application is on, so that's fine. So it's just a case of now and straight like this. There we go. It's saying the land only needs this much fertilizer, so that's what we'll go off. We'll go once around the field, then we'll have a look and see what it's saying. But I mean, that's what it's saying. We've got the crop sensor turned on as well, so it's definitely an accurate reading. And it's saying that's how much fertilizer we need to put on, so that is what I'm taking it as. So there we go. Nearly done the first headland. Thing is with fertilizing these fields as well is it's going to add to our environmental score, which means when we come to sell any products, in fact, it means we'll get a bit of a bonus for having a better environmental score than just a normal one. But yeah, I mean, the nitrogen says it's perfect, so that's obviously what we're going to go off. That's I'm happy with that. So probably means as well that we haven't got to use too much fertilizer on both fields, so saving a bit of money as well, which is good. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I thought it would take more nitrogen, but I mean, I'm pretty sure on Calmston it was getting to the point where you had to just, you know, spread about 200 kilos worth of fertilizer per hectare, and it was, you know, turning the field green from red, but we're turning it orange. But yeah, I'm not worried because, you know, when you look at the field state, it says it's perfect for the amount that it needs. So that's fine by me. That's good enough. It's good enough for me. So get these bits. There we go. So yeah, we'll crack on with the field. Get these two fields done. So there we go. That seems to have done that field good. Seems to be perfect everywhere, which is nice. Obviously, if we look at the map, I'm very surprised at how little nitrogen it has needed. Because I mean, from my experience, most fields of grass fields have needed 160 or 80 uh, kilos per hectare. But no, that's fine. If it's perfect, it's perfect. So pH could be probably a bit better. But on the whole, it's, you know, it's pretty good. So it's not terrible. So I'm pretty happy with that. So what we'll do is we've still got plenty of fertilizer left. So we'll do this field now. We'll crack on with this one. Looking like again it's going to need similar amount of fertilizer. So I mean, whether I'm thinking of arable crops that it needs that much fertilizer, because I mean on Calmston I used obviously slurry or manure. I can't remember now. I think it was slurry to fertilize the grass field. So it's perhaps one of those grass fields don't need too much fertilizer, and it's the arable ones that I'm thinking of that need that, you know, 180, 200 kilos a hectare. But yeah, as long as it's you know, it's going to improve the yield and everything, then I'm happy. So, and there we go. There we have it. 2 fully fertilized grass fields. So that is that is it, I think, for grass work for the moment. Well, obviously we're waiting now until the grass regrows so we can cut it again for hay. But yeah, as it stands now, that's it for grass work. So we'll drive back to the yard, get this unhooked and whatnot. I think what I'm probably going to do off screen is I'm probably going to do a few contracts just to get a bit more money together, because obviously we're going to need to buy all the different equipment to be able to facilitate the cows. Like, you know, we need feeder wagon, we need a straw blower. I might look at getting a what's it called, it a slurry tanker. Possibly as well I might look at getting livestock transport, so we haven't got to pay the transportation costs for the cattle. So it means, you know, we get bigger profit when it comes to buying and selling the cows. But yeah, I'll do that off screen. I'll get a few contracts done off screen. Yeah. But yes, that is going to conclude today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, as always, please hit the like button. It would be much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel as well, and you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. We're well on the road to 300 subscribers, so would mean a lot if you hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, guys.